Here we will see text widget in Tkinter. A text widget is used for multi-line text area. It can also be used as a simple text editor or even web browser. Since text widget has designed to handle both plain and formatted text, it can also be used to display links, images and HTML using CSS styles. General syntax is text with parameter master and option, where master represents the parent window and option represents most commonly used options for the text. These options can be used as a key value pairs separated by commas. Different Tkinter text options are BG, which is used to set the default background color for the text widget. BD sets the width of the border around the text widget. Default is 2 pixels. Cursor sets the cursor that will appear when the mouse is over the text widget. Font sets the default font for text inserted into the widget. FG is the color used for the text within the widget. You can change the color for the tagged regions. The height option sets the height of the widgets in line, which is measured according to the current font size. Insert background sets the color of the insertion cursor. Default is black. Insert off time sets the number of milliseconds the insertion cursor is off during its blink cycle. We can set the option to 0 to suppress the blinking. Default is 300. Insert on time. It sets the number of milliseconds the insertion cursor is on during its blink cycle. Default is 600. Insert width sets the width of the insertion cursor. Its height is determined by the tallest item in its line. Default is 2 pixels. Pad X sets the size of the internal padding added to the left and right of the text area. Default is 1 pixel. And Pad Y sets the size of the internal padding added above and below the text area. Default is 1 pixel. Relief option sets the 3D appearance of the text widget. Set background sets the background color to use the displaying selected text. Select border width sets the width of the border to use around the selected area. Normally the text widget responds to keyboard and mouse event. We can change it using state option. If we set the state equal to normal, it will respond to the keyboard and mouse event. If we set state equal to disabled, the text widget will not respond and you won't be able to modify its content programmatically. And tabs option sets the controls how tab character position the text. Width option sets the width of the widget in characters, which is measured according to the current font size. Wrap option controls the display of the lines that are too wide. If we set the wrap equal to word, it will break the line after the last word that will fit with the default behavior. If we set wrap equal to char, any line that gets too long will be broken at any character. Different methods with text widgets are delete. This method deletes a specific character or a range of a text. Get method returns a specific character or range of a text. Index returns the absolute value of an index based on the given index. Insert method inserts string at the specified index location, and C method returns true if the text located at the index position is visible. For example, first we'll import the Tkinter as Tk, then we'll add a root window and we'll set the root geometry, that is height and width of the root window. Then we'll set the root title as text widget demo and we'll add a text widget as a equal to tk.text with parent window as root, background color as yellow, width will be 20, height will be 2, border width will be 3, relief will be flat, cursor will be hand 2, foreground color will be blue, then font as Arial, insert background color as red, then we'll set insert off time, insert on time, insert width, pad X, pad Y, set background color and set border width. When we execute this, it will display this window. Now we'll add this text widget in Python. So first we'll import Tkinter as Tk. Then we'll add root window. So root equal to tk.tk. Then we'll set the geometry for this root window. And we'll add the title text widget demo. Then we'll add text widget. So a equal to tk.text for root window. Then we'll set the background color as yellow, foreground color as blue. Then we set this text widget with grid to root window. So a.grid, column will be 0, row will be 1, pad X equal to 10 and pad Y equal to 10. And we'll add root.main loop. I will also add height and width. Height equal to 2 and width equal to 20. And I will execute. It will add a text widget. If I type here, it will set the foreground color for the text as blue and background color for the text widget as yellow. Then we'll set the font for this text widget. So font equal to Arial. Font size I will give 15. and bold, and if I execute, it will increase the height of the text widget since we have increased the font size. And if I type here, it will type the character in bold. I will change it to 12. Then I will set the cursor equal to hand 2, and if I execute, it will change the cursor on the text widget to hand. Outside the text widget, it will set the arrow, and inside the text widget, it will set hand. Then we will set insert background equal to red, and if I execute, it will change the cursor color to red. That is, insert background is used to change the color of the cursor. If I set insert width equal to 10, it will change width of the cursor. I will change it to 5. Then I will use insert off time. Insert off time is used to increase blinking time for the cursor. So if I give 30, it will blink continuously, and if I give here 600, it will blink after fraction of seconds. I will set the relief equal to flat, and I will set border width equal to 5. Since we have set the relief as flat, no border is given here. If I set the relief as groove, it will set the border to the text widget, and it will set the border size as 5. Then we'll check select background equal to white, and if I execute, I will type the content here, and if I select the text, it will change the background color for the selected text to white. And then I set state. If I set state equal to normal, and if I execute, we can type inside the text. And if I set disable, and if I execute, I am not able to type here. That is, the text box is disabled, so you can't edit and you can't insert inside the text widget. So here first we have imported the Tkinter as tk, then we have set the root window, and we have added the text with tk.text for root window, and we have set the different options, that is background color, foreground color, height, width, font, cursor, and all these. And when we execute, it will create the text widget inside the root window.